Welcome back, and today we're talking about Noblesse episode 13, the season finale. So like always, let's just jump into it. Episode 13 of Noblesse was a good episode. I enjoyed it, but I have to say I was really disappointed with the whole Rascraya storyline because at the end of the day, it was a child throwing a temper tantrum. Now, before we jump into what happened in this episode, let me remind you to like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out. And of course, I greatly appreciate it. Now, let's talk about Noblesse episode 13 because it started off with a bang. It was a fight right off the bat. And it was a cool fight. I love whenever Rai is throwing all that blood around, like the color palette, the wind, everything about it just looks so powerful, so awesome. And I have to say, I love me a good OP character that just bodies everybody in the room. I mean, Rai was destroying all the clan leaders, and I mean, they were just getting bodied for real. They were being forced to bow. I don't know if Rai has like a little fetish for people bowing in front of him, because like everybody that he comes in contact with, essentially, he forces them to bow. So it's pretty cool. I love Rai as a character. I kind of wish we would like go more into his character and the way he thinks, right? We know he's the Noblesse. He's like the top tier person out of all the nobles. And we see that when he was fighting Rascraya, right? Because Rascraya, she's the Lord. She realized that the clan leaders are no match for him. She stepped up to the plate like a little child with a temper tantrum. She thought she was going to be able to do something against Rai. I didn't think so. She essentially got bodied as well. Rai was even telling her that she was afraid to use all of her power because she knew that all of her power was not going to be enough. So the whole fight, the animation was really good. I mean, it was definitely a lot better than like the early fights that we got in this anime. But the biggest thing in this episode was, of course, when Rascraya's father appeared. We see that the other Ragnarok, the one that, you know, Rai had in his house, he came forward and he combined with the Ragnarok that Rascraya had. And Rascraya's father, the previous lord, came out and revealed everything about what happened, you know, what is it, like 600 years ago, you know, whenever he decided to essentially give himself the permanent death. And it was just a misunderstanding. We see that Rascraya's father, his intention was to pave the way for the next generation. And, you know, I have to say, all these clan leaders, they're all like so eager to die. We see that Rascraya's father, when he told the plan to all the clan leaders, and there seem to be a lot of people there, right? A lot more than what we got now. So I'm wondering what happened to all the clan leaders. But we see when he was saying the plan that, you know, he was planning on, you know, essentially going away and giving the reins to his daughter, so the next generation would evolve just how the humans are evolving, right? He's kind of comparing the humans to the nobles, how the nobles, they've been living the same way for, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of years, while the humans, they're, you know, they value their life. They have a short lifespan, but they fight every day to keep living that extra day. Just one more day they will fight so they can get that extra day. And, you know, the Lord wanted to change that. He wanted the other nobles to feel the same way, you know, move that generation forward, kind of maybe have the nobles and the human coexist. Maybe that was the end goal. But Rascraya, right, she only eavesdropped on a conversation that her father had with Rai, because, you know, Rascraya's father, he didn't think that she was ready at the time, that she was way too young. He essentially wanted Rai to become the next lord, to kind of, you know, mentor Rascraya until she was old enough to become the next lord. Because, you know, see what happened. I mean, just look at what happened. Rascraya literally branded Rai a traitor with no information whatsoever, just because other clan leaders were, like, you know, spreading rumors. So again, she was not mature enough to become the next lord. So of course her father was, you know, he knew about it. He knew. So the temper tantrum to me was very, very annoying. I mean, all of this could have just really been resolved with simple communication. Like if God Utel would have told her, yo, you know, just slap her and say, you need to calm down, right? This is the truth. This is what happened. I feel like everything would have been okay, but no, that's not what happened. You know, Rascraya, to me, she's like a spoiled brat. She needed a good spanking when she was a kid. But whatever. She learned her lesson. She's happy now. And that's what I don't like, because her character development, everything, you know, ages of hatred towards Rai all changed in the last 5 minutes of the episode. I didn't like that. But that doesn't mean the whole anime is bad, right? I did enjoy this anime. So if I had to rate this anime right now for what we got in season 1, I would give it a 7 out of 10. The early pacing of the anime, especially with episode 1, where they didn't even adapt, Noblesse Awakening. That was actually episode 1 of this anime. So essentially this anime picked up after the events of Noblesse Awakening. I mean, that was just messed up. Essentially, people that started watching this anime didn't know anything if they didn't watch Noblesse Awakening. And then the first four episodes were very, very slow. And then when we talk about the human characters, I don't even remember their names, right? So I don't even know why they were in the story, because really they didn't do anything that important to me, right? Like, I feel like the story would have been a lot better if we just got rid of all the humans and it was all about Regis, Seida. Those are the characters that I care about, right? Frankenstein, Rai, those characters. Now, of course, the whole premise of this anime is how the nobles protect the humans because they're weak and stuff like that. So they were needed, but I mean, they were really just wasting screen time. I really wanted to know about the noble society, their culture. I wanted to know more about Seida and all that stuff, right? About the other clan leaders. What happened to all the other clan leaders that are not there, right? I'm pretty sure that's going to be, talked about in season 2. But the way this anime ended, right? They didn't leave nothing open for a season 2. Now, I'm not saying that's confirmation that we're not going to get a season 2. I mean, if the numbers are right, they probably will do a season 2. But like, if this anime were to end forever, the ending that we got is a happy ending. Everybody's happy, right? We see Rai, he went back to school. That's what he wants to do. That was like his new thing. Before, when he was, with Frankenstein living in the mansion by himself, those were the lonely days. And now seeing Rai open up, smile, interact with humans, maybe that's what he wanted to do all along, and he's getting to do that right now. Of course, Frankenstein, he's happy that Rai is interacting with other people. We know that was one of his biggest little problems that he had with Rai, was that he was alone all the time, and Frankenstein was always pushing for Rai to go and interact with other people, just so he can have the interaction. That's important. So yeah, everybody got a happy ending. So if this anime were to end right now, it would be good, right? They didn't hint anything, any bigger enemies or anything like that. So if somebody read the webtoon, definitely let me know in the comments. Is season 2 like way better than season 1? I enjoyed season 1 for what it is. I'm sure this anime was also rushed. I'm sure they cut a lot of the webtoon content. Let me know what was the biggest difference between the webtoon and the anime. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed the anime for what it was. A solid 7 out of 10. Let me know in the comments, what would you rate this anime? And like always, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.